Today's question, Richard, is how do we stay positive amidst a world that seems to be on a collision course for destruction?
Look, those of us who practice spiritually, and those of us who look into the divine realms, perceive not only the world of changing forms and circumstances and events and relationships and all of this, but something that is far deeper and more significant, more real, and it is the eternal realms. Now, from the point of view of the eternal realms, what is happening in the world today is not insignificant any more than the reflection of the sun is insignificant in terms of light. But it is momentary and it is fleeting in terms of eons. It will change. Everything is bound to change. Things are bound to look black sometimes, and things are bound to look bright and light sometimes. So there's nothing against even spiritual people having a response to things that are happening in this plane of apparent reality, you see, because we would honor, respect, reverence all life, but not merely for itself, but in its reflection of the absolute divine eternal, you see. And insofar as we do that, then everything is precious, even from the smallest to the biggest. Everything is significant, everything is symbolic ultimately of the divine, absolute, eternal realms. Without that, I don't know what you do. I mean, I cannot possibly tell you that, because I've spent my life trying to make sense of this place from the point of view of eternity. I didn't know any different from the beginning, which was a strange place to be in because nobody else seemed to understand. It was alienating, it was isolating, it felt like removal from the world. But over these 60-odd years, I've tried to adapt myself to this place of witnessing, of seeing, of clarity, of consciousness. And from that place it appears that the world goes through revolutions of arising, of falling, of arising and falling. Many realms in that sense of appearance have come and gone, come and gone, come and gone, more than we can possibly count. Doesn't make what's happening in the world today insignificant, but neither do we have the right to pronounce it positive or negative. You see, the wave, when it arises, is this positive? And when it crests, is that the place? And when it's silent before it falls, is that the place? Or when it crashes onto the beach, is that the place? Or is it the next wave or the wave after that? They're non-questions. We go through the time of darkness in order to arrive at the light. We come through the period of light in order to go through the period of darkness to arrive at the light again, if you will. So I would say bless this time, however difficult it looks. The more people who bless it, not bring naive positivity, you see, to it, because what's not all right is not all right. And there's a lot that's not all right in the world today. But if you place yourself in the world today exclusively, you can only feel despair or negativity or anger perhaps, or rage even, or fear certainly, and all the rest of these things. It's guaranteed to make you a casualty of the situation. But this isn't where you truly reside. You're a human being. You're a god. You rise above it. You see it with the divine eye. You see the process of eons. You see the sequence. You see the opening of life forms in the world of appearances on the grand scale. And you live your life in eternity, witnessing everything that's apparently going on in the world of appearances.